In today's video, I'm going to take you through a button on my camera which is essential to my shooting, and it's not rear focus. Welcome guys to Shooting at Raw. I am John Von Hesse, an award-winning photographer from Melbourne, Australia, and today we are heading out on some locations which are really important to me and dear to me, and something that's very passionate about, where I'll actually take you through some stories of some previous shots that I've taken there that have won me some awards. Also, take you through the button setup on my camera that is essential to my shooting and to getting pin sharp images every time. And it's not rear focus button that you might be thinking. So stick around and we'll run through it. Let's hit the road. So we're driving down to Mornington Peninsula to a spot that I haven't been to before. We're going there first to this location, and then from there we're going to go to another location where I shot an award-winning photo, and I'm going there second because I'm hoping that the tide will be out enough that we'll still get to see some of the rocks and stuff that I shot there. So we're heading there today, and you know, it's actually looking pretty promising. There's a lot of cloud and a lot of moody cloud and stuff. So I've got some dark clouds on the horizon and stuff. So I'm hoping when we get there that'll hang around and maybe break up on the horizon, and we can end up with a bit of colour as well. You know, the best of both worlds. Right, so we are heading up to Bushrange Bay. Depending on the tide, that'll play a big part of it. But what a beautiful spot. Just started walking along the track here, and there's these trees, and they've got the beautiful red. It's like I don't know, it's a red pinky colour, but it's beautiful. But yeah, so hopefully today, like I said, all going well, we'll get a shoot here, and then we'll head over to Bogues Rock where I got that shot. Hoping I've got enough time to do everything. You know me, if we can get a million things done in one day, that's an awesome day for me. Like I said, this is a new adventure for me today, and I don't know why I haven't been here. I've been everywhere else, and it's just been one of those things that it's been on my bucket list but I haven't done it, so today's the day to do it. So. Oh yeah, we are down the beach, and shoes are already wet. Someone said that if your shoes don't get wet when you're doing seascapes, you're not doing it right. So, well, they're wet. No, but my socks aren't wet because these shoes are waterproof. Yes, winner. Just going to show you. Man, this place is awesome. Check out this. Hang on, take it around. But have a look at that. That is incredible, and have a look at the water. I spoke recently how clean the water is down here, and it is crystal clean. Out there off to the right hand side is Pulpit Rock, and I've shot out there, and that's also a really good spot. A little dangerous on high tide. In fact, you shouldn't really shoot there on high tide. I don't even think you can get out there from memory. But I've got the sea here. I've got beautiful sand dunes up on this side. And I saw this bit here with the cloud on the way in, and I'm thinking maybe I could incorporate somehow this valley with the sand dunes pointing out to this rock structure. But there's some people getting around the corner there. I can't remember. I'll check the tides before I do it, but I think the tide's going out, and I think 9:30 or 8:30 is low tide. But yeah, but they look like they've got the snorkeling gear on, so maybe that's how they've got out there. I didn't bring my snorkeling gear, so. But anyway, I'm just going to go for a cruise out there. There's still a bit of cloud behind me and a bit of light, so we might get something pretty awesome. This is what I'm scouting. So, and that walk in, whoa, that was pretty brutal. Nearly 3 kilometres. So I don't know if we'll get time after doing the shoot here to get out to the other location that I spoke about. But the good thing is we can do multiple videos on multiple days, and I can always go back and show you that. I'm just looking at even up onto the behind me. If you have a look behind me, have a look at the rocks. Whoa, they are awesome. Let me spin the camera around for you. Man, this is what I'm talking about, like just getting out and shooting. So I might even shoot that. That is awesome. And I love it with there's, looks like kangaroo paw or something like that. We have really unique flowers here in Australia. So yeah, we might even shoot just that. Do a pano. No, they're not kangaroo paw. For anyone that knows, but I love them. They've got some beautiful colours. Look at them. Got these beautiful greens and yellows, and even sort of some pinky red stems. Like, just look at that. It's so beautiful. So I've finally found a composition that I think looks really nice, and I've got these flowers off to the right hand side. I've got a track down with a fence and some beautiful rock fascia walls and stuff. So this is pretty much this is my composition that you can see. And you know, off to the left here, I've got these white flowers, and it's been springtime, so I thought, oh man, I forgot that we get these beautiful. Australia really has some beautiful subtle flowers, really earthy type of flowers, but you've got these beautiful white flowers here, and then as you can see along the fence, you've got the fence line that draws your eye in with this track down the middle, and there's this beautiful rock fascia up there. So and at the moment I've got my camera set up and I'm shooting 1/40 at f14 and at ISO 64. So it's pretty cool. I really like this composition, so I'm gonna play around with the flowers and stuff and try and get them in a little bit more, come around, and then of course off to the right hand side we've got the ocean with the sand dunes and stuff, and I've seen something over there too. So the light is very filtered with the sun at the moment behind me, so we're not getting that harsh light coming down. I would love it a little bit to break through. Just to give a little bit more shadow and some light, but that doesn't matter. So let's have a look at the back of the camera, and we'll go in there and have a look. In the back of the camera, you can see that I'm 1/40, f14, and ISO 64. So, and I've had to go down 3 stops because the sky was blowing out a bit, so hopefully we'll look all right. So let's have a look at that, and I'll take the shot, and if it looks any good, here it is. While I was just getting warmed up and this was the first shot of the day, I did love the dramatic skies and the rocks off to the left hand side. I think that maybe I could have come around a bit more to have got that V in the mountain in the centre, with the fence post leading the eye down the centre. Let me know your thoughts. So I have another composition set up for you right here. Now, before I get into that composition, I wanted to tell you the key button that I can't go out on a shoot with. And what it is that on my camera, in the front here, I've made my function 1 button, my zoom 100% in. And you might go, oh, well, what's the problem with that? You know, I've got such and such button. The thing is, the way that I've set it up on my camera, and the reason that I have it there is for a specific reason. And that is that this way
I can shoot everything handheld in one hand. And if you want to stick around, I'll take you through the 5-button setup that I have on my camera for getting essentially sharp shots every single time. And that's in the video. So if you want to stick around and see that, but I just thought I'd let you know that if you were wondering what that button was, it is my function 1 button that I have changed, which I used to have as my OK used to be my 100% zoom, but I just found that when I was shooting and my hands were here, it was very, very awkward for me to get down here. So I ended up using my function 1 for my 100% zoom, and that has been an absolute game changer, especially when I'm looking through the my EVS. So if I'm looking through my EVS, I used to find that trying to find that button, I used to faff around here, and now I have my F1 function and I hit that and that's 100% zoom and I can see straight through in the EVS. But anyway, stick around through the video and we'll go back to this composition setup, and somewhere in the video I'll actually talk you through how I've got my all the buttons set up for my shoot and getting sharp, pin sharp images every time.
I have it 1/100, f2.8, ISO 64. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change my F range, and I'm going to put it at about 10, f10 to try and get me everything sharp. So I'm 1/10, f10, ISO 64. And if the shot looks any good, here all is.
Do I think this is an amazing shot? Not by any means. I think it's a nice shot. I still think with the way the light was filtered through, it was a little flat. Maybe with a golden hour and the sun hitting that mountain, I think that it would have lit up and come alive. But I do love the little arches on the mountain that look like doorways into little houses. Love to know your thoughts on this. And remember, if you are getting anything out of my videos, I would love you to subscribe. So hit the bell and tell a friend.
All right, so now I've got a composition set up where I'm trying to balance, where is it? Oops, sorry. These rocks either side and put the focus on the middle there. So if I bring you into the back of camera, that is my composition there above it. So we'll go into the camera and have a look, and you can see I'm now got this at 2.5 seconds, f20, and ISO 64. And we'll just have a look, zoom in, and you can see it's still a little dark. So if I bring all that up, just so if you can see that everything's sharp, having a look. So, you know, there's a bit of noise there because I'm shooting. But have a look at the color in that rock, man. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I love photography. 13 seconds. The water is going to be flat as flat. It's saying that the sky is overexposed. So we'll drop that down. Yeah, you can see that the sky has a lot of mood in it. 2 seconds ought to do it. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's better. So before I do, so you can see with the composition that I've got this rock here and a rock there, that cliff face over there, trying to bring this into here. So what I could do is come in behind this with this and line this up, but I think it might work, but it might also, yeah, I kind of like that actually, because it's sort of got the headland in it too. I'm going to come across a bit. Another wave going to come in and wash my feet again just to cool them off, because obviously I was getting too warm. That was a big wave. Like, that's up to my ankles. I am actually liking it, but I don't like the feet getting cold. It's actually not, the water's not too cold. I know, you won't believe me, but I'm telling you. So this might come up a really good, moody looking shot. I've sort of envisaged, you know, with the sun going down. But have a look behind me too. Like up here, it's all really filtered, the sun, and it's not gonna come through. But I'm having a ball. I'm gonna go for a 4-second job here. 4-second shutter speed on this one, and if it looks any good, this will be it.
Finally, I felt like this was starting to get into what I do with my landscape photography. My feel, my spin on it, the mood, how I captured that beautiful earthy red with the veins of quartz going through that rock, the sky, the mood. This place is very special, and at the time it was just incredible. I hope that I've captured some of the mood and that it moves you in the way that it moved me when I was there. I would love to get your comments on that. Put them below. Tell me what your thoughts.
Well, just want to say I've had a ball today, going to a new location, and not only going to a new location, going to an awesome location. Like, this joint is incredible and just so beautiful. And we've had like dramatic skies. We've got almost looks like a storm over there, man. And if it is, I'm tempted to hang around because, you know, if I've got wet feet, I may as well get wet everything else. But yeah, it is looking really moody out there. I just wish I had a telephoto, because there's like waves crashing like super high over there, and I'm like, wow, that would have looked awesome with the dark clouds and stuff, and would have been able to paint a really surreal feel. But I think I'm going to come back here on low tide, because what I'm starting to see is behind me exposing all these rocks, and it could make for a really good composition for drawing the line out and leading lines out into the ocean. But wow, what a place, what fun I've had, and just it's just so good to get out, you know, and just to take it in. And I think as photographers, I think as photographers, we just, and people in general, it's just so good to get out and just be amongst it. I was just thinking to myself before I walked in, there was some rocks over here that had this rustic look on them, but there was people sitting on them, and a bit of a riverbed coming in. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's head over there, and if there's something good, we'll set up and we'll take one more last shot while I'm here. And I'm going to go and get some footage of these rocks. I think that's a better composition. So let me focus, zoom in. How sharp are we? Oh, yeah, razor sharp. Right, well, if that shot looks any good, here it is.
Now this shot was another awesome shot, and I love how that rock, that rusty rock, is the centerpiece of this photo. You've got the beautiful moody sky, but also you've got the orange horizon that breaks up the sky between the ocean and gives you that real contrast. I love that about this shot. And I would probably say for the entire day of the shoot that this is probably my most favourite shot, which has been left almost to the last shot of the video. But as promised, what I thought I'd do is talk to you about my camera settings and the buttons that I cannot do without when I shoot. Stick around, I'm going to show you through right now.
So I'm just taking you back to my camera setup, and you know, like I said, with one hand here, I've got all the tools I need for this camera. I've got the joystick center focus here. If I want to hit that, if I push on that button there, it centers my focus point. Then of course I can move my focus point around as I need, but if I need to go back there, then I've got my focus, and at the front button I've got my F1, which you can see zooms in there and moves around. So zoom back out, take the shot, have a look at the shot, zoom in, yep, look at that. Sweet, beautiful, 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 sharp, pin sharp. Yeah, so that's why I love the setup that I've got on my camera. The joystick, all right? So when I push that, it centers the focus point back into the middle of my screen. If I'm looking through my EVS and I'm thinking, where's my focus point, where's my focus point? I push that button there, it centers the focus point, and then from there, then I can use the joystick to zoom around. Then of course, I've then got my rear button focus here, which then I push, and then coming above, I've got at the front here, my top button, which I'll come around the front of the camera, which is this button here, is my F1 function, which is my 100% zoom button. All right, and I don't know if I've seen too many people using that, but if you are, great. And then the bottom my F2 function button is my bracketing button. So I've pretty much got, you know, my bracketing there, I've got my zooming in there, and then I've got my rear button focus, I've got my shutter button up the top, and then again, the joystick. So that's my setup on my camera. So if you have got anything out of that, please subscribe, like, tell a friend, and I hope you enjoyed the shot. But if you have loved it, my name's John Von Hesser, and an award-winning photographer from Melbourne, Australia. You know, take care, stay safe, be kind, and keep shooting it raw.
Also, me again, just thought I'd add a little bit of an extra cameo appearance at the end of this video of some of the different shots that I took on this shoot. So if you want to stick around and you've followed the video all to the end, a little surprise for you, and I'll show you some of the different images with the shutter speed, the aperture, and the ISO setup. So thanks for sticking around. Enjoy.